Ad Victoriam, brothers and sisters. This is Night Red with another instructional holotape. Today's topic is Raider tribes. The term raiders is a blanket term used for tribes in the Waste that survive through violence and the theft of supplies from others. Their danger level varies, but all of them terrorize their victims as a matter of course. These tribes are a blight upon the world. They must be stopped whenever possible. The raiders in the Appalachian Commonwealth started soon after the resource wars. Wealthy tourists were trapped in Appalachian ski resorts because of the nuclear holocaust. They were spoiled children of the upper classes and had no skill at producing anything. To survive, they formed gangs and robbed food and supplies from the less organized survivors around them. These gangs eventually organized enough to have names. They were the diehards, the gourmands, the cutthroats, the trappers, and the Blackwater bandits. Each chose a part of Appalachia to terrorize. Their base was the top-of-the-world ski resort, and they had a reprogrammed Miss Nanny called Rose, broadcasting their message. The Scorched Plague hit them as hard as any other group, and they were basically wiped out by 2097. With the resettlement of 2103 and on, new tribes have moved in, using the same tactics of terror. A group of surviving diehards moved into the crashed Valiant 1 space station to the north of the Commonwealth. Their presence is tolerated, at best, as the diehards were always considered one of the least dangerous raider tribes. With their expansion south, however, they are starting to butt heads with the settlers of Foundation, as well as our group at Atlas. Because of this, their days are numbered. Another group of raiders, composed of burned-out drug fiends and psychotics, has taken the name Blood Eagles. These nutjobs are a serious threat to the stability in the region, and they should be exterminated wherever found. Raider tribes are hard to tell apart from other survivors in Appalachia, since their pragmatic clothing style matches that of many other groups. They are most easily discerned by their camps, as they can't seem to avoid symbols that scare their neighbors. Look for poles of the remains of their victims, as well as a blood eagle or crater gang marking. If these are seen, treat the inhabitants as a threat. As far as equipment goes, the raiders use a variety of different weapons. All of these weapons shown were taken from raiders after combat missions. Their hand weapons may seem to be basic, but are still dangerous in close combat. This one appears to have once been a carpentry framing hammer, of all things. As far as firearms go, the quality varies wildly. This one is an old top-break revolver. If you look, the finish is almost gone. Rust is taking over, but it remains functional. This rifle appears to be a cut-down hunting rifle. Utility is questionable. Barrel's too short, so the cartridge can't do a full burn, so you get a lot of flame, but not a lot of velocity. There are no sights to speak of. But it remains a lethal weapon. This so-called submachine gun appears to have been made from a pipe, and a rusty pipe at that. Besides the tetanus risk, it has a 30-round magazine, a side-folding stock, and is surprisingly functional. This small caliber rifle is actually quite well made, considering how terrible the looks are, and appears to be held together by a zip tie. When you're thinking of raiders, people normally think of the handmade rifle. This is actually a locally made variant of the AKM, a Russian rifle from the 20th century. This also has a side-folding stock and a 30-round magazine. It's of simple enough design that they are still producing these to this day in small workshops. Now this is a fun one. This is a so-called Chinese assault rifle. It is a Chinese copy of an Israeli copy of a Finnish version of a Russian rifle. It has a few fun features, such as a thumb selector, 35-round magazine, folding bipod, and, amusingly enough, a bottle opener. Hopefully, this has helped you know more about the raider tribes of Appalachia. Remember to approach any strangers with caution and call in any unknown groups. Stay vigilant, stay alive. Ad Victoriam. Thank you.